Immortal Legend Batman, issue number 1 from DC Comics. So this series is basically what if you take Batman, made him a common writer, set in a space western, and throw in a dash of Persona. And no, I am not kidding, that's what you get. So this is by Kyle Higgins, who most of you will probably know for the Massiverse, mostly Radiant Black. He also did the Ultraman series for Marvel. So yeah, this takes place in a frontier out in space where we see Batman chasing after some dude. And the dude's freaking out. He's wondering why the hell Batman's chasing him. Batman only goes after evil people, and he's not evil, so why is Batman going after him? And Batman basically says, I'm hunting monsters. You smuggled a man into this planet 2 months ago. Where did you take him? Which outpost? And the man that he's looking for is Bruce Wayne. So you might be wondering, why the hell is Batman looking for Bruce Wayne? Aren't they one and the same? Well, that gets answered later on. So we go and we meet Mayor Dent. So Harvey Dent here is a mayor. And we meet Sheriff Wayne. So Bruce Wayne here is a sheriff. And there's this outpost where they discover this dead body. And there have been a couple of people that have been dying lately. They have no idea what's causing this. They even doubled the number of security cameras that they have, but for some reason all the security feeds were wiped and the motion sensors were disabled. So nothing makes any sense here. So they're trying to figure out, okay, what's going on? Who's going around killing all these things? Is it a shadow of some kind? Can't really be a shadow, right? Because shadows are kind of dumb creatures. I'll explain what a shadow is just a little bit later. So they decide to head back into town, and as they head back into town, Bruce Wayne gets tackled by Batman. And Harvey Dent's kind of weirded out. He's like, you're the Batman. We haven't seen any shadow sightings. Why are you here? And Batman says that man, Bruce Wayne, is a shadow, and he's coming with me. And of course, Harvey Dent is like, that doesn't make any sense. Shadows don't talk. They can barely think. They can't impersonate anything, much less a person. And Batman's like, you think that's insane? Think about it. A famous trillionaire deciding to permanently relocate to a backwater outpost on a class 5 world. Why would he do that? So there's this whole mystery thing, who is this? Is this actually Bruce Wayne? Or is this someone impersonating Bruce Wayne? Why is Batman so gung-ho into thinking that Bruce Wayne is an imposter and is actually a shadow? So he goes and he tries to attack Bruce Wayne. And Bruce Wayne's like, oh, you must actually be the killer. The killings were smarter than the beast, stronger than man. It has to be you. You're the only one that could be doing this. So, yeah, Batman's going around trying to kill Bruce Wayne, or at least trying to capture him, when this woman shows up and hits Batman with her truck, and then Harvey and Bruce Wayne jump inside and they start putting pedal to the metal. Meanwhile, Batman comes after them. And he's able to destroy the tires of this car, so it skids to a stop. And Harvey and Bruce Wayne are like, well, it looks like we got to make our last stand here. But Batman easily destroys their guns. And that's when the woman transforms the car into a laser. Basically, this vehicle is like a laser that's used for punching tunnels through crystal. But it can also be used as a weapon. If you shoot it at someone, it'll just completely melt them. Batman's even like, if you fire that, we're all going to die. And Bruce Wayne says, if you've given into the darkness, then you won't mind if we all die. Otherwise, if this is some big mistake, then walk away. Batman's like, I can't do that, because if I leave, you're just going to continue killing. And then that's when Bruce Wayne walks up to Batman and whispers that, I enjoy killing people. I love earning their trust before I snuff them out. There's nothing that you can do, basically, because you can't stop me here because they believe that I'm a hero. And that's when Bruce Wayne's like, well, actually, there's something that I can do to prove that you're fake and that you're not really Bruce Wayne. Powers down its suit, basically, and he says, because I'm the real Bruce Wayne. And then the fake Bruce Wayne is forced to show that he's actually Shadow, and he's actually the Two-Faced Man. So I guess Harvey Dent isn't going to become Two-Faced because there is already a Two-Face, unless at some point this Two-Face somehow ends up corrupting Harvey Dent. I'll stop it there. I will discuss a little bit of this world. So basically, this takes place in the future, obviously, where mankind decides to unlock the power of dark matter. And they use dark matter to bend space and time around their ships, which will give them the opportunity to travel vast distance of space. And it'll open up new worlds, new resources, new opportunities. However, them messing with dark matter also had a blowback. It had a cost. And that cost was that it shattered the barrier between our universe and our universe's shadow. So the universe's shadow is basically, this is what I said about Persona, where it's like the shadow version of our world. And through this breach came humanity's shadows, which are mindless, soulless apparitions that crave nothing but violence and destruction. And so because of that, 3 humans use these powers to channel the universe, like the energy of the universe that binds our universe with the shadow universe. That energy, they were able to somehow use it to form superpowers. So we have Robin, we have Batman, and we have Nightwing. And they're called Immortals because they've been around for centuries. But the thing is that they're not actually immortal. They're basically kind of like Dread Pirate Roberts from Princess Bride, where one person takes the mantle and then they secretly, like once they get too old or whatever, they secretly pass it on to the next person, and then that person wears it until they pass it on to the next person. And so it's just something that's been passed along through the generations. And because of that, people just think that whoever's in these suits are just like immortal. They're basically legends. Yeah, we pretty much have Batman as a Kamen Rider. He even powers up like with the belts and stuff. The suit even kind of has a little bit of the Kamen Rider feel to it, somewhat. And they're in space fighting shadows. So it's pretty much just Batman meets Kamen Rider in a space western with a little bit of Persona thrown in. I will say that I enjoyed this. It's an Elseworld, obviously. I mean, it even says so on the cover. So I don't mind when comic books like take established characters and you do crazy things with them, as long as if they do it like non-canon. What I hate is when you like completely retcon or just completely destroy a character by like just completely changing them and you set that within the main continuity. But this is like an Elseworld, doesn't take place in the main continuity, so go nuts, do whatever you want. I'm a huge Tokusatsu fan. I freaking love Kamen Rider, so I was all on board to checking this one out. I believe there might be other Immortal Legends, so I might see if there's like an Immortal Legend Robin, Immortal Legend Nightwing series. If so, I might check those out, even though I'm not the biggest fan of those characters. Yeah, I've never really been a fan of those characters. I can't explain why, but I love Tokusatsu and stuff, so I would definitely be up for checking those out. The artwork is okay. It's not like the greatest thing that I've seen, especially for something from DC. But it does have a kind of unique style that works. It's a little bit of classic DC meets a little bit of manga, but like westernized manga style. So it kind of works since there's a lot of like, you know, Japanese inspiration taken for this series. But yeah, I like this. I thought this was good. I enjoyed it. So there you go. Immortal Legend Batman, issue number 1 from DC Comics. It gets a thumbs up for me. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you next time. Take care. Later. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I still want to thank you for watching it this far, and I hope the next one is more to your liking. With that said, thank you once again, and I hope you guys and gals have a good one. Later.